Alright, I'm going to show a quick rundown on how to do a simple and easy desert camo pattern. Since so many people out there are doing ground types and things like that, just use this little scrap piece here, a little backpack that I have laying around. All you're really going to need is your colors and some little bit of poster tack. This is primer gray part. I'm going to use that as one of the colors, but it's going to be the stripe part basically. Just using a little bit of poster tack, just kind of let it fall where it may. Make it interesting shapes. You can move this stuff around pretty easily once you put it on, if you want it to be bigger or smaller, or stretch it out farther, or whatever you want to do. When you're doing a camo pattern, usually you want to try and go across the grain, because that's ideally what camouflage is doing, is breaking up the geometric shapes so that it's less recognizable when it's viewed from a distance or from certain angles, things like that. So I'm just kind of bending this poster tack around a little bit to try and give it some more shape instead of just a little snaky part there. It's not real important. When I do this camo pattern, I usually try and keep it to, well, depending on scale, I guess, but you want to try and keep it to where there's just a few parts that you're covering, and run it across here like this, because you have to remember, when you're doing camo this way, you're kind of working backwards. So the color that we have here, the gray, the primer gray, will be thin stripes of primer gray when we're done, but the main color is going to be like a tan or desert khaki. Some desert camos have little tiny flecks of sand or a rock or whatever. Try and get this off my glove here. There we go. That wasn't easy. Anyway, just make some random shapes. Try not to overdo it. I mean, this is a test piece and I'm doing it mostly just to illustrate the effect or the technique. But you have complete control. I mean, if you want to make some spots where they connect, it's easy enough to do. Just make sure your poster tack is pushed down on there pretty good. And let's do one more spot down here on the bottom. Let's do like right here. I'm not going to worry about the sides because I'm really just doing this to show you this front piece here. Alright, so I'm going to go spray this with our tan color now, and we'll spray it right over the top of this poster tack, and then we'll let it dry and I'll come back. Alright, so here's the piece. I sprayed it with tan. It's kind of weird on camera, but it's like a desert khaki, I do believe. Just sprayed it over the top of the whole piece here, and we're going to go ahead and remove this. It should pop right off. If it doesn't, you just got to take some fiddling with it. Let's put that there. Sometimes it gets really like sticky, or it doesn't want to come up at all. You can take a ball of the existing leftover scrap that you have, and if you stick it to it, it sticks to itself and it'll pull itself off a lot of times. Get the rest of this off of here. Alright. So there we have that. We have the original gray showing through as a stripe. And then the main color is the khaki that we just sprayed. Then I only do just one other step, and I will take, let's see. For this one, I think we'll use a little bit of dark gray. I always mix on my mat here, and that's why it's all messy. Anyway, I take the one darker version of the color, and I'll put a line around the bottom edge. Ooh, that's way too thick. I'm just tracing along the bottom edge of the line that I just made, like right where these two colors meet. And I'm only doing it, like I said, on the bottom edge here. It doesn't even have to be perfectly straight, anything like that. You know, some areas can be bigger, smaller, whatever you want to do. Again, I'm just doing the bottom edge, so let's do it right here. Bottom edge of this. And right here. Get some of this paint off of here. Couple of little dots. And that's it. I mean, this one's kind of not really to scale. It's a lot larger than it needs to be, purely for illustrative purposes. I would say the main thing is just pick three, decent colors. This one's not, they're pretty similar, really, but it's more of a. You can look at some reference pictures, grab a couple of colors off of there, but I would say keep it to 2 or 3 colors. You could even take white now and do the opposite, do white on the top edge and little white dots here. Let's try that, see what it looks like. Instead of white, let's use a really, really light gray, like that. If I can get it open. There we go. Light gray. And I'm doing the opposite edge, so I did that other one, the dark on the bottom, so I would just do this on the top. And when I use this effect on one of my kits, I didn't do this, the light gray color, but I do like the effect. It's pretty neat. Show you kind of what the point is. 1 second. And again, it doesn't even have to be all that clean. That's pretty rough looking, and it actually kind of looks stylized. And if you want to have a little bit extra depth, you can do a couple of different layers of dots in the different colors that you're using. But again, keep it to, you know, just a couple of colors. You don't want to overdo it. A lot of people try and use way too many colors in their camouflage. So alright, I guess that's it. There's other airbrush ways that you could do it. Plenty of, you know, masking that you could do just by changing the colors, or even just making these solid stripes. You could do more of a desert pattern and using the same technique. It really just depends on how you vary putting on the poster tack when you first begin. And you can really make any shape that you want, and it'll have a nice, you know, soft edge, not too soft, and give you a decent effect. This is a kit that I did that way. I can't really get it all on camera here, but this is one of my Zakus that I did, and I even did the did a bit of a kind of a ghost tiger pattern on the gun there. But yeah, I mean, this was done the exact same way, just throughout the whole kit. And I'm quite satisfied with it, so I thought I would share. Alright, good luck. Let me know how it goes.